good people, welcome back to Freedom with Fridah. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Fridah Nguku and this is the best place for you. So subscribe and join the family. I am doing some stock taking, and this thing I did last year inspired by Sharon Mundia. And stock taking basically is just talking about the things that are revolving around your life and just mentioning the activities that you're doing around those specific areas, right? A specific topic. But you know, when you take stock taking for business is when you're talking about, I have brought these products, I have these services, this is the much that I have been able to sell, you know, all that. Now we're doing that, but now for life, right? Things that are revolving my life. So in case you've not subscribed, please let me give you 5 seconds to subscribe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. We headed to 6,000 subscribers. Super grateful. All right, let's get on to it. Thankful. What am I thankful for? I am thankful for my family. I know I said this again last year, 2020, but man, these guys are the real deal. I have the realest family, and I've had people around me tell me, you know, you're so blessed. Your family, having such kind of family around you, you need to know how blessed you are, and I agree. So I do not take it for granted. I am so blessed. My family have always been there for me, man, in different ways. I can call them anytime. My sister, hey, I owe that woman a lot. So I'm thankful for family. I am thankful for my business. I'm thankful for the steps that I have taken so far. You know, I started my business last year in the middle of a pandemic. So I am 1 year, 2 months down the line, and I am super grateful for the steps I can see and the fact that I'm still here, because business are dying, man. They are dying. But the fact that I'm still pushing, even when it's tough, I am thankful for that. I am thankful also for friends who've been very consistent in my life. And just the other day, I just learned that you have to really know who is your friend. There are friends who are your friends when you're below them, when they are doing better than you. But the moment you start to look like you want to do better than them, they stop being your friends. So that is something I have learned. What am I eating? Last year when I took this stock taking, I was talking about Kenyan, guys. It's still one thing I'm taking. And I have now added a little bit more of potato saute. Actually, I'm doing a lot of potatoes, and I know it's starch, it's not healthy, but I'm not struggling with losing weight. I'm struggling with adding weight. So let's get that clear. That is just me giving you an excuse. But so there's a way I cook these potatoes. I just put them in water for a minute or two. Boil, not so really so much of boiling, because you don't want them to be so mushy. And then after that, I fry them. I deep fry them kwa mafuta. Then after that, I get them into soy sauce and tomatoes and onions, and just fry them sweet. They come out, so when you fry them, they become crunchy, and now the soy sauce and the tomatoes make it a little bit not so crunchy. I just love it. Yeah, I think that's the new thing that I've added to my eating. Otherwise, all other things, it's just me and my cooking stuff. Drinking. Oh God, let me tell you guys. I left Nakuru, I came to Nairobi, and I got introduced to Tusker. Yeah, so I'm taking Tusker. That's a new drink in my life. So Tusker, and that thing has so much sugar. But since I can't take Makali, I can't do the whiskey, I can't do those. The only alcohol I can be comfortable doing once in a while is wine, red sweet. I can do Amarula. I can do now Tusker. I'm comfortable now in Tusker. I can do 2, 3 of Tusker. I'm also taking a lot of water. I mean, that has been consistent in my life. Water. Reading. What am I reading? Currently, I am doing Sell Like Crazy. I just finished a book that was about, what was it about? Following through. I finished last week, and it was about being able to say that I'm going to do something and actually do it. and you know the steps you're supposed to take to avoid procrastination and consequences of all this. But now I am reading Sell Like Crazy. I want to really grow in terms of marketing and my business and all that. And that book, man, is amazing. It talks about selling. It talks about how selling is the number one key. Time is important. Where do you put your energy and your time? And you put all this is in terms of business. You put all this where you get value. So you need to analyze your business and look at it in terms of, this sector of my business is what brings me more revenue. So if this is what brings me more revenue, then it means this is where I need to put more time, this is where I need to put more focus, this is where I need to put more energy. So they say that 20% of what you put your 20% of where you put your focus and energy in business, use the 80% of revenue in a business. So there's a 20-80 rule. So that book is amazing and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, that's what I'm reading. One thing, I feel like I am at a stage in life where I want more skills. I want to learn more, not for anything, but just to know more, just to be equipped with more skills, to be equipped with more knowledge. So that's why I'm reading more books. Also to be equipped with areas of my life where I think I love and enjoy, like interior design. So like get on Skillshare and do a few courses of interior design and just learn a few things. Get to know other skills like, you know, article writing, transcription. I am at that point where I just want to learn for the purpose of learning, for the purpose of growth. So I would say I am wanting growth. I just want to grow more. I want to be able to look back and say the days, this year I have done more learning and I can see more growth. I am also really wanting to change my space, man. My house, I know that houses are not made like at a go, like you wake up and you buy everything and now everything is just working. I've learned that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you need to take your house slow, because there are things you'll buy now and then in a month or 3 months time you're like, I really should have done more research, so I don't buy this kind of a seat but just buy this. So research, and I'm doing this, and Pinterest is really helping me a lot to be like, what is it that I need? You know, I don't want to buy something and then later on I'm like, I should have waited. I don't want that, but I really want to beautify my space. Wasting, what am I wasting? The things that just being me. I feel like I am letting out the truth about me, and this comes back into friendship, this comes back into people I surround myself with, just being open, not feeling like I have to hold myself just to fit in a cocoon. I feel like I'm not doing that. And this is applying even to family. Like I tell them as is, take it or leave it. So I feel like that is something that I'm letting go, the fear of how am I gonna make them feel. If that's the truth, then how you take it is really none of my business. I'm just gonna say it and expect the same from the people around me. Changing, my goodness, I am getting off watching movies and I'm more focusing on watching vlogs. So the other day I was just like, what if I just decide, since I'm a YouTuber, what if I decide to just focus on watching more vlogs and more YouTubers across the country that really inspire me, or probably they're doing what I want to do or what I'm doing, and just learn from them, because this, you're learning from not an acted thing, but people just being out there and doing their things. And it's good that nowadays people are doing personal growth kind of vlogs where they're just showing you their lifestyle growth vlogs. So they're just showing you their life every day, all that. So I feel like I can learn a lot from that. So I'm drifting more. I know I have Netflix. And I've watched Squid Game, and no, I want to get from movies and get more into watching vlogs. Playing. Aki, I'm not a player. I'm not gonna lie. At games, at steward, the only time I think I was addicted to playing was when Candy Crush was the in thing. Man, I did that thing. I was addicted. I used to sleep at 3. It got too heavy, and I'm like, ooh. That thing was addictive. If you did not play Candy Crush, man, pressure has got nothing on you. You can work through anything in this life. So no, really nothing. I'm not playing anything. I want to be more active on TikTok. Not to do, what everyone is doing on TikTok in terms of, but I want to be more present on TikTok, doing more of talks, the talks that I enjoy talking, the kind of topics I enjoy tackling. And I'm trying to figure out how to go about that. I'm an overthinker, so clearly I'm overthinking that whole process. But I pray that I get to play a lot more on TikTok. I'm creating more time for myself. I am creating more space for myself. I am creating a safe space for me in terms of letting I would say not being so much into other people's life and be more present in my life. Taking myself out, going for swimming, taking time to just rest, creating space for me to rest, because I am one person who was brought up in a family where umekaa chini kwa nini, vyombo zijaoshwa, you're supposed to do this. And unconsciously, I feel like that has really affected how I take life generally and work. Like I feel like I have to be working every single minute, and that's not the case. It's not healthy actually. So I am creating space for me to rest and rest without guilt. So I'll say that's what I'm creating. I also want to be more intentional here on YouTube. Man, guys, YouTube is not easy, let me tell you. What? It's not easy. So I just want to be more intentional on YouTube and create more content, and I hope I can be consistent on that. Wishing, my goodness, I wish I would stop overthinking. I wish I would stop overthinking, because overthinking, I feel like, is my number one drain. I overthink every little thing. Everything. Why did this person do this? Why did they respond like this? Why did I have to do this? My mind is just overworking out here, overthinking stuff. And overthinking does nothing literally than harm. It does more harm into your life than anything else. So I am wishing that I would stop overthinking more. I also wish I would stop criticizing myself. I criticize myself, guys, before I even let a YouTube video out there. I criticize it. I look at it. I analyze. I'm like, Fridah, why did you do this? Why did you say this? Like I am my biggest criticizer. Just such a thing. Critic. My goodness. I'm my biggest critic. I criticize myself so much, and it takes away so much good stuff I could put out there. And so I am wishing I could stop that. I pray that I'm conscious more and remind myself, hey, stop, you're doing the best you can, you're actually really good. And sometimes people tell me stuff and I'm like, wow, you just said I'm good at this. Do you know how much I don't like that part of my life? So I am trying not to criticize myself that much. I am enjoying my hair. I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying my natural hair. I feel like every time I get my braids out or whatever it is that I have, I'm like, I love my hair. It's growing. I have a lot of hair, but I'm talking about this hair. I have a lot of hair, so it grows and it's thick. And so when it's becoming longer and it's natural, it's just the way it looks. I'm gonna put like a photo here. I did a video on different ways to style your hair. Go and check it. I'm gonna leave a in the description box. But I think I'm enjoying that part of my life. Also, who brought knotless? My goodness, whoever did that, thank you so much. Knotless braids are the real deal. You make your hair today and you sleep like you are not even in the salon, and they last and they flow, they don't go filling up your head. Man, they're the best. So I'm doing a lot of knotless. Like after this, I am going back to knotless. So I am enjoying that part of my hair. Oh, I forgot to say, I am also enjoying a new show. There's a show I host every single Wednesday, Girls Talk. I feel like I'm enjoying that part of my life. Being on screen out there and not doing it for me, but working for some other company because it's somebody's company. But just being there, it just feels really good because I'm used to being on camera here on YouTube, outside there, but basically for me. But now being able to do it for somebody else, it's just, I'm enjoying that bit of me. I am hoping I can grow my content and be more consistent. I am hoping I can really commit to myself. Now that I've read this book of, following through, I'm hoping I can actually just stick to what I want to do and do it without overthinking. I am hoping that will be a huge change in 2022 for me. That, because if I only do that, I will grow in heights I have never imagined. Hoping I can actually do that. Marveling. Who I am marveling at people who actually travel on sponsored tours. Man, do you know how lucky you guys are? I'm not going to say lucky because I know you've worked. I'm talking about YouTubers or influencers who got into a point where now brands just sponsor you for 4 days, 5 days. Like yesterday, I was watching Joanna Kay out there with a sister and a friend for a sponsored trip, and she said it's a fully sponsored trip, and I'm like, I want to travel. Like, if there's something I really want to do in life, is just travel. So getting to travel, one, and then someone is paying for your traveling, that is double blessing. Like, man, I'm like, you people are so lucky. I'll use lucky in quote, but because they've worked their ass to get there, where now sponsors can actually be like, you know what, I'm gonna sponsor you for a travel because you're gonna bring me more business. But that is something I'm marveling at. I'm like, I wish I would get there. I wish I would get there. Smelling, smelling, nothing really. I don't know what I'm smelling, but I am hoping to be able to smell candles. I've seen so many influencers out here talking about how candles can soothe your soul, how candles are good. And there was a time I was actually installing a wallpaper for a client in Kitengela. So I did an outside installation. They have a place. Man, that house is beautiful. They have a place where they rest in the evening. They take some beers, they talk, they chat as a family. So I installed wallpapers there, but then I continued installed in the house. Came back later to finish up on a few touch up outside, and so they were just chilling there at night, and they had a candle. Whew, the embo in me. So I am installing. I didn't see the candle before. I started those touch up, but then I'm there and I'm like, what is that has such a good scent? I was like, wow, something is happening here. So looking around, I'm like, there's a candle here, and then I asked the lady, the daughter to the lady, is this a candle that has that scent? And she was like, yeah, man. I'm like, kumbe these candles actually really work, because the whole time I was doing the touch ups, I was like. So I am actually thinking about that. I hope I get a good candle, and I hope it will be worth the investment, because candles start at 1,000 bob, and clearly it's just to give you a good mood when you're not in the mood, to make your house smell good. So yeah, maybe I will be smelling that. Wearing. Last year I did stock taking. I talked about wearing and trying to get off. I'm very cautious about what I wear. And this got me thinking about my campus life when I was thinking about wearing. Because I used to have my cleavage out. Like, my goodness, if you know me from campus, my cleavage was always out. This part of my life is really blessed. So I think when I realized that in campus, it was just there. Now, I can't do that anymore. I'm so conscious of that. There's a time I pulled a dress that had some cleavage and I was going for a band, and the whole time was so uncomfortable. I was like, you know what, this is not you. So, but I'm trying to still get out of this official kind of look and explore more. So I'm doing more of to dresses, fancy dresses, just exploring. So I feel like that part of me that has changed. Yeah, that's basically it. Nothing really much. These berets are still my thing. Noticing, my goodness, I am noticing that Kenyan film is doing really amazing. Either it's been there and I've not been keen, and now since I'm engaging with people who are actually really get into the film, like guys who did Liars. Have you watched Liars? If you've not, kindly, I'm gonna leave a link on the description. You can go and watch those guys. But I feel like, look at Feel It TV. Yeah. Look at Kina Abel, Kate actress. There's a lot happening in Kenyan film, and I feel like very soon we're going to be ranked really high. Look at Butita being on Netflix. I mean, we are taking films seriously, and that gives me hope, especially as this person who's done drama and theater. That gives me hope that one day this is actually going to be something in the country. that will pay and that will be appreciated by us as Kenyans. Knowing. I feel like now more than ever, I am so sure of God's plan for me. I feel like God always has a plan. Nowadays, I take a lot of reflecting back and looking back into the days I prayed for this, the days I went through this kind of stuff, when things change up and other good things happen, and I'm like, I'm noticing that God always has a plan. Like, I am now knowing that God always has a plan. Also, I am knowing that business is not a walk in the park. It takes years. And I am now knowing why people take so much time to resign. Because, wow, there's really a lot in it. You invest time, you invest in your mind, your physical energy, your everything. You're literally just putting everything in a business, and it takes a lot of time for you to see something coming back. So I'm knowing that, and I'm glad I am, because now it's giving me more I'm becoming more calm in my business and believing and trusting the process. Bookmarking, Pinterest has been that one thing. I think it's because I am obsessed with trying to change up my space. So Pinterest has really good stuff in terms of, you want to have gray and white matching, this is how you can match. You want to have pink and orange, this is what you can do it. How you can do it. You want to have this hairstyle, this is how you can go about that. So Pinterest, I feel like if I go back to my phone, Pinterest is one app that I open a lot. So yeah. Laughing and giggling. I'm laughing and giggling at Kenyan memes. Like, tulitokanga wapi sisi wa Kenya? My goodness, we have the funniest of memes. Well, I'm Kenyan, I don't know about other memes, but man, Kenyans are just funny. And you look at memes and you're like, oh, really? You just thought through all this thing, and it's funny. It could be just a picture, an image, or a writing, or a statement, or even to video short clips, and you watch them and you laugh. So when I feel like I'm overwhelmed, I just check memes and I laugh out loud, and I'm like, Kenyans, let's enjoy this. Let's just be us. I mean, yeah, I think I'm giggling at that. I'm laughing at that. Loving. I am loving the fact that I took the courage to come to Nairobi, and I feel like I'm enjoying Nairobi more. I know Nairobi is crowded, people talk, oh, Nairobi, blah, 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 but I feel like I have met more people and really important people in my life since I came to Nairobi than I have ever met in my entire life. So that for me is something I am loving and I'm enjoying. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me hear anything you're enjoying, anything you're smelling, what is that part of you that stand out for you. And I feel for me, the one thing that stand out for me is noticing. I am noticing that. I am noticing a lot of things, yeah. And I feel like it comes with growth. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. And thank you, Sharon Mundia, for inspiring this kind of stock taking. Stay positive, stay focused, and see you on my next video. Bye.